How about them Cowboys?
Angry Cowboys Fan. Born to battle. Storm just means we never sell. America's team through thick and thin. When the sun shines bright, that's when we win. Angry Cowboys Fan.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. And Cowboys Nation, my apologies beforehand, but I gotta go on a rant. I gotta go on a rant during this video, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans. I gotta do it. Been on social media and it's just been getting to me, so I gotta get it out to you guys, so y'all bear with me as I get into it during this Raw and Uncut. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, Raw and Uncut.
Being keeping it real. They keep it real. That's real.
All right, Cowboys Nation, I understand as a content creator, when I bring Cowboys Nation bad news, it absolutely sucks. It sucks to get up on here and just bring y'all bad news, especially after a loss, or especially after Jerry Jones has done one of his stupid antics. You know what I'm saying? You know, I understand some Cowboys fans can be overly pessimistic, while some Cowboys fans can continue to wear those rose-colored glasses of optimism. To some, the world's ending and nothing good will come out of it. And to others, hey, we're going to the Super Bowl. I swear, Cowboys Nation, being a Dallas Cowboys fan is a 24-hour-a-day, 365-day-a-year job. But if y'all been rocking with the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel for a minute, y'all know that I try to bring each and every one of y'all that genuine, raw, and uncut. I understand that we're not going to agree a lot of the times, and that's absolutely fine, Cowboys Nation. I don't like to imagine this channel being an echo chamber or something. There will be times where my takes are wrong, and there'll be times where my takes are, around the ballpark, so to speak. In a situation where you're sharing your opinion, there will be those who share their opinion as well as the ones that differ from the opinions that you share. Either way, it doesn't make it right or wrong. A lot of these takes, they're subjective, Cowboys Nation. But I say that to say this. This whole George Pickens negotiation got Cowboys fans divided once again. The crazy thing is, though, the Dallas Cowboys organization isn't the one who's manufacturing these narratives that are circulating around social media. It's not Jerry Jones going in front of cameras and telling fans that he's thinking about tagging and trading George Pickens. That was Adam Schefter before the Super Bowl and one of the McCourty brothers on Get Up. I can't remember which one. When those quotes hit, y'all knew that the rest of the talking heads in the social media game would run with it. Then the media put out another one, and that was a 1-for-1 trade of George Pickens for Max Crosby. Again, Jerry and Stephen Jones didn't say anything about that type of trade, but the debate still is happening on X. The question, should we trade George Pickens, has become a thing over on X. Then the need to trade George Pickens in order to better the team has become a movement by a select few in the fan base. And as much as I hate when Jerry Jones does the negotiation out in the media, does the slandering campaigns out in the media, this makes me start to wonder why the media would even want to continue the trend that they criticize this organization for doing when Jerry Jones starts to leak stories to the press. The Dallas Cowboys organization has been quiet as a church mouse during this offseason so far, but that doesn't stop the machine or the talking heads from crafting their own narratives. But one thing that I've asked Jerry and Stephen Jones to start doing is to sign their top players in a timely manner and to keep it close to the chest. I'm not going to get mad when they start doing that. And I'm not saying that they've started doing it, but hey, the talks are in the air. That's like I'm not going to beg for a wide receiver to pair with CeeDee Lamb and to help CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, only to get mad and want to trade that player because he earned his bread through his play. His presence helped the offense put up the numbers that it did last year. His presence helped lighten the box to allow Javonte Williams to put up the numbers that he did last year. Shoot, Christian Parker told Jerry and Stephen Jones how difficult it was scheming for the Dallas Cowboys offense because of the two-headed monster that they had at the wide receiver position. And some people hate the fact that the same agent involved in George Pickens' contract negotiation is the same agent that was involved in Micah Parsons' contract negotiations, David Mulugeta. This man has Cowboys fans losing their minds. They're losing all hope in getting the deal done with George Pickens. Just because the deal wasn't done with Micah Parsons doesn't automatically say that it's not going to get done with George Pickens, Cowboys Nation. We haven't heard reports of Jerry Jones meeting with George Pickens to talk about money. We haven't seen George Pickens hanging out with Jerry Jones in the press box during the Super Bowl. We haven't even seen George Pickens talk about money in his interviews, and there is zero sign of anything being considered personal between Jerry and George Pickens. For all intents and purposes, I haven't even seen Jerry Jones talk slick about George Pickens when asked about him in interviews. That alone makes comparing the two negotiations like comparing apples to oranges. Jerry's not shy when it comes to creating narratives and keeping the drama going, but I can honestly say that hasn't been the case this offseason so far, Cowboys Nation. Stephen Jones tried to say something, but quickly walked it back and got on the George Pickens train. I've heard Fish report on people in the building say that it would be crazy to move on from George Pickens. Then I hear from Cowboys Nation how the deal with George Pickens can be a stalemate because of David Mulugeta. How David Mulugeta would talk George Pickens into holding out or requesting a trade. I look at it this way, Cowboys Nation. When Micah Parsons did it, the same thing applies to George Pickens. The same feelings that I had when Micah Parsons asked for a trade request, the same I have for Pickens. I need a player to be able to think for himself, Cowboys Nation. A player that knows where he wants to be and what he wants to do for the organization while he's here. If your agent can talk you to where you want to play and how much you should get paid and you don't have a say in the whole matter, I believe it happened for a reason, and I am all set with that player being here. Good luck to you. Good luck to you on your future endeavors. And when I speak about the topics like this, there are my thoughts, Cowboys Nation. When I speak about topics like this is my take on the matter. I'm not going to look down on somebody because I think my take is right and the ones that the opposing person says is wrong. We're all free to have our own opinions on the matter. And if our opinions don't align, it makes for a better learning experience. It makes for a better conversation, Cowboys Nation. We can bounce our thoughts off of one another if the conversation's genuine, if the conversation's open. But I fondly believe that the George Pickens contract negotiation is going to go nothing like the Micah Parsons contract negotiations. You're not going to see Jerry Jones talking in the media negatively about George Pickens. You're not going to hear about George Pickens meeting with Jerry Jones unless it's with David Mulugeta. You're not going to hear Pickens talk about the difference between $30 and $40 million to the media. And if he has to play on the franchise tag, I believe you're going to see him show up during training camp in the preseason because he has support on the Dallas Cowboys. Bro has guidance and support of a few top offensive players on the Dallas Cowboys. Players that have already gone on record saying that they would back him up, that they would go to Jerry and talk to them in order to see what they had to do to get George Pickens a deal. You didn't hear that in the Parsons negotiation. You may have heard players say something along the lines of, he deserves his money, or he deserves to get his bag, he deserves to get paid, because he absolutely did, Cowboys Nation. But one form of advice that Pickens will use that Micah Parsons didn't use, the advice of not taking the contract negotiation personally. I believe that Jerry Jones is going to stop at nothing in getting the deal done with George Pickens. And I'm not saying that he's going to sign Pickens to a blank check or anything, Cowboys Nation. Let's not get that twisted. No. But what I am saying is that this negotiation is important to Jerry Jones to get it done so that he can show the NFL, the talking heads, and, most importantly, Micah Parsons himself, that it wasn't the agent why they couldn't get a deal done. That it was Micah Parsons. Even though we all know that it was both Micah Parsons and Jerry Jones, signing George Pickens will create the headlines about how he and David Mulugeta worked together to get Pickens signed. It'll also prove Jerry Jones right in the whole situation. So it's not all doom and gloom, Cowboys Nation. It's not all bad. The glass isn't half empty right now. We are currently in the dark when it comes to our Dallas Cowboys that we're taking what the talking heads say as gospel. We're so used to the antics of Jerry Jones that when a talking head or a reporter or a random X account posts per source, a source that they don't even name in the damn post, we automatically point back to Jerry and the games that he played in the past. Even though I've been on Jerry's top ever since I started the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel, I can't sit on here and say that he's doing something that I don't feel that he's doing. I can't get on here and bash Jerry Jones when I see him doing the things that I wanted him to do. Also, it's so young in this offseason, it may be a little too early to jump to conclusions. It may be a little too early to overreact on this whole negotiation situation. But for some reason, there has to be that red meat that's distributed amongst the fan base so that the narratives can continue to be pushed and divide the fan base even further. But at the end of the day, we all want the same thing, Cowboys Nation. We all want our Dallas Cowboys to finally be able to return to and win a Super Bowl championship. We all speculate as to how they can make that possible, but our speculations are just that, speculations. It doesn't make what I say right unless I'm hitting y'all with facts or something, and it doesn't make what another Cowboys fan says right unless they're hitting you with black and white facts. But y'all know how we're going to do it over here, Angry Cowboys Fan family. I'm going to hit y'all with this raw and uncut. If it's bad news, hey, it's bad news, Cowboys Nation. If it's me preparing a pitcher of Kool-Aid, it's because I see the positive in the situations. I will inform you of the negatives while also highlighting the positives. It won't just be all negative Nancy over here. We come to watch football to get an escape from the everyday stressors in life. I'm not going to bring the stressors to your escape unless I absolutely have to. And right now, I don't have to. Nothing's happening that caused me to feel like the sky's falling. The typical Dallas Cowboys stuff isn't happening right now, Cowboys Nation. But Cowboys fans wanted a change, and it's being put into motion right in front of your face. Cowboys fans wanted a wide receiver too that could help take the pressure off of CeeDee Lamb. It happened right in front of your face. Cowboys fans wanted help in stopping the run. It happened with Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams. Cowboys fans want Jerry and Stephen Jones to take care of their top players. They are. They've been in talks with Javonte Williams' representation, and that talk only stopped because of the representation being fired by Javonte Williams. They've been in talk with Jadeveon Clowney's representation. They're in plans of using the second-round tender on Brandon Aubrey. They completely changed their approach at hiring the defensive coordinator and his staff. They're currently doing what we've asked them to do for years. So why are we bugging, waiting on them to revert back to the old ways? This has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Cowboys Nation, what do you feel about the rant that I just put up here today? How do you feel about the negotiations, and how will they go with George Pickens? Y'all know how we do. Y'all know we always talk about it in the comment section. If you're digging this content and you want to help the channel reach its current goal of 20,000 subscribers, drop a like on this video, share it with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan, and if you're on your mobile device and you haven't used them up yet, make sure you hype this video. Doing so will help get the content out to Cowboys fans. They'll come over to the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel and want to become Angry Cowboys fans themselves. And if you're DC for life and you're keeping that level head through all the nonsense, through all the propaganda, through all the BS, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release another video, podcast episode, or film breakdowns. You can catch the Madden 26 and College Football 26 gameplay on the other channel, the Angry Cowboys Fan Gaming Channel. I'll make sure I put the link to that as well as my gamer tag in the description. Come get this smoke, but at the same time, I ain't too good, y'all. But I respect Cowboys Nation's passion for this team and its desire to want to see this team make it to and win a Super Bowl championship. I respect the takes that I've seen and heard on social media, and even though I may not agree with some of them or how they get there, that doesn't mean I don't respect them, that I have to disrespect them in the way that they present their takes. This is why I love my Angry Cowboys fan family over here on YouTube. We can have adult conversations while not feeling some type of way about it. At the end of the day, we are all in it for the exact same reason. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys Fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.